Hello and welcome. Today we'll look at the Anchored VWAP. We'll cover its features, as well as discuss how they're useful to trading. And additionally, we'll reveal several strategies you could apply for day trading, scalping, and even swing trading. So, if you could, like, subscribe to the channel, and stick around for the full video. I'm using Tradingview, and you can find the Anchored VWAP right here. Trendline tools, open the menu, and there it is. You can add it to your favorites. It goes into your toolbar, and it will be right there on your chart at all times. So what is the Anchored VWAP indicator? The Anchored VWAP ties VWAP calculations to a specific price bar chosen by the trader. Traditional VWAP calculations always start with the first bar of the day and end with the final bar of the day. But in some situations, you would prefer to analyze the VWAP line based on a less arbitrary starting point and be able to extend that VWAP line beyond the end of the trading day. Anchored VWAP allows you to specify the price bar where calculations begin, making it easy to see whether the bulls or bears have been in charge since a very specific point in time. The price level represented by the Anchored VWAP is important because it serves as a benchmark. When large orders are executed by banks and large financial institutions, they will be executed over a period of time to minimize market impact. The benchmark price for the execution period is the VWAP. Banks and large traders have developed sophisticated order execution algorithms in order to achieve an average price equivalent to or better than the VWAP. On an uptrending day, such algorithms will issue buy orders when price drops below the VWAP to take advantage of prices below the average. On a downtrending day, the same algorithms will issue sell orders when the price breaks above the VWAP to take advantage of the prices above the average. Anchored VWAP is better than a traditional VWAP indicator. With traditional VWAP, the calculation starts with the first bar of the day and ends with the last bar of the day. Because it only incorporates one trading day of data, traditional VWAP can only be used on intraday charts. With Anchored VWAP, you choose a first bar. You are anchoring the indicator to the bar, and the last bar is always the most recent bar available. You have full control. You get flexible starting and ending points. Because of this, Anchored VWAP is not limited to intraday charts. So how to trade using the Anchored VWAP? A good strategy is to look for key events or turning points or moments in the price history to anchor the VWAP. In this case, we're looking at the chart of Netflix, and this is the Corona crash. We should anchor the VWAP to this low price of the crash, because you know there was a massive exchange of hands here. Look at the volume spikes. At this point, something really big happened. There were tons of buyers and sellers, lots of volatility. So this looks like a good point in time to anchor. Let's click this candle, the absolute low, and there's our anchor VWAP. And now we see a few things. For one, the bulls are in control. The price traded consistently above the anchored VWAP, and that is a bullish sign. Most of the buying on average has occurred above the line. The most common strategy using the anchored VWAP is the pullback trade. A pullback occurs when a price that's on an extended move upward or downward makes a small movement in the opposite direction toward the anchored VWAP line. Pullbacks are a common price movement, especially in heavy trends. To trade a pullback setup, you find an uptrend with price making higher highs and higher lows. Price trades, of course, above the anchored VWAP, and you patiently wait for the price to make a pullback to the downside, returning to the VWAP line. This is a chance to buy the stock. Another strategy is to look for moments of euphoria, where the distance between the anchored VWAP and the current price is very high, and you trade a reversion to the mean. For example, let's use our price range tool to measure the distance between the anchored VWAP and the actual price. So if we measure the distance between the anchored VWAP line and this high, it's 17% higher, almost $84. In some cases, this percentage will be even higher. Generally, it's best to avoid buying when price is overextended. If you are adventurous, you could try a reversion to the mean. Let's add another anchored VWAP at this year's high, right here. Starting January till April, price was traded below this VWAP line. We were also in a clear trading range, so the best approach is to sell at the top of the range and buy at the bottom of it. When price dipped below the second VWAP line, perhaps this was a time to short or to reduce your existing positions, to take some risk off, or just to reevaluate and have some patience until price returns to the lower anchored VWAP. So how to read the anchored VWAP? The anchored VWAP line can be used to confirm trends and identify areas of support and resistance on the chart. As you saw before, the advantage of using this line is that you can set your own starting point in order to include only relevant data on your chart. Typically, you must choose a particular event as the starting price bar for the overlay. These events generally must signal a change in market psychology, and the price action prior to that change should be excluded from the calculations, since it doesn't reflect the same market psychology. The previous example was more of a swing trading approach, which I prefer. But what if you prefer day trading or scalping? In this Tesla 1-minute chart, the VWAP line, in blue, is based on the opening bar, while the anchored VWAP line, in red, is set at the low of the morning. The traditional VWAP line includes data for the first 30 minutes of trading, as well as the drop to the low of the day, making for a VWAP line that doesn't quite reflect the price action at the midday. The red anchored VWAP line includes only data since reaching the low, and more accurately reflects the midday market psychology. If your strategy was to buy dips at the VWAP line, you could see why the anchored line was much better than the standard one. I can see at least 2 buying opportunities using the anchored VWAP, trades which weren't so obvious if you used a normal VWAP. Now, as I said, the starting price bar that you choose must mark a shift in market psychology. It must be an important event or a turning point in the market. You're not going to add it in the middle of price action. It must be in obvious places, where other traders would place it. Think about it. If more traders see the same point, meaning they apply the anchored VWAP on the same location, the more chances you will get a reaction when the price returns to it. So let's showcase the most important starting points to apply the line. First, the highest volume candle. High volume means there's an interest in the asset, whether it's a stock, currency pair, or other market. And if it's combined with a move higher in price, then it's often used as a signal of strong upward momentum. Keeping an eye on volume will ensure that you are on the right side of the trade. So here's AMD on the 15-minute time frame. Here's the highest volume in the previous week. We added the anchored VWAP, and the line immediately offered 2 opportunities to buy the dip. This is more of a day trading and scalping approach. You go with the flow of the highest volume and try to catch another swing to the upside when price comes back to the anchored VWAP. Second, a major swing high or low. Many VWAP trading strategies involve looking for the best prices to enter or looking for value. To help us find areas of value to look for potential trades, we need to identify potential swing highs and swing lows. These are important levels used by traders to hunt reversal trades, but if we add the anchored VWAP to them, we will see some hidden support and resistance areas which are invisible to novice traders. Look how price reacted to the anchored VWAP lines. The first pullback after we applied the line on the swing low was a perfect bounce trade. And again, when we applied the anchored VWAP to the high, the first pullback to it was again a great short trade. This is useful mostly for swing trading, but you could also use this strategy for day trading and scalping if you apply the anchored VWAP on intraday swings. Third anchor point, earnings report for stock trading or non-farm payroll for Forex trading. The earnings season is the most interesting period for any stock trader. It comes after every 3 months, when companies release their quarterly earnings. This is when a company tells you how much money they earned, if they beat the estimates. This is the period when the market sentiment can change, so we should track those periods to apply our anchored VWAP. Here, we applied 2 lines on the previous earnings. After the first one, we see a clear trading range, with price moving above and below the line. Although the price dipped above and below the line, it clearly offered good support and resistance. The VWAP line remained flat during this time, so no aggressive movements happened during this period. After the second earning report, the sentiment shifted to bullish. Price stayed well above the line. This technique is useful mainly for swing trading, but you could also use it for day trading when the price is near the anchored VWAP line. Number 4. Year to date, previous month, or previous week. You can actually anchor the VWAP to big starting dates. It's easy if you use Tradingview. You just click year to date down here. Then you select the anchored VWAP, and you apply it on the first candle. If you're a swing trader or investor, you pay close attention to this line. When price will revisit the area, it can potentially bounce off it. If you like to day trade, you select 1 month, and you add the anchored VWAP on the first candle. Look how the line offered at least 2 trades during the month. One buy position here, when the price broke above the line and retested the area. Basically, the first pullback after the VWAP breakout. And the second one here, again, a first pullback trade. Price broke below the anchored VWAP line quite aggressively, returned to the line, and rejected the line once again. And if you select 5 days and apply the VWAP, you get data from the past week, past 5 trading days. Again, you can see several buy the dip trades around the line. I firmly believe that the anchored VWAP can provide invaluable insights into the sentiment of the market you are trading. The anchored VWAP is the perfect combination of price, volume, and time, and you have full control. You apply it on any point you want on the chart. Because of its dynamic properties, the anchored VWAP can be analyzed in ways like a traditional moving average. So pay extra attention to the direction and slope of the VWAP, or how far above or below price action is in relation to the VWAP. So experiment with various anchor points in your targeted markets, crypto, stocks, Forex, on different time frames, and you will immediately recognize its value. As a standalone study, or in combination with other oscillators and indicators, I think the anchored VWAP is likely to become one of your favorite trading tools. If you found value and learned something new, leave us a like and subscribe. This way, we'll know if you'd like to see more videos like this one. And check out our Academy program if you want to further level up your trading. Until next time.